30 years, resulting in a court case in 2009. Now, these on the screen, they're some of the headlines at the time. You play Councillor Sam Hagan. Now, how does Sam fit into this story? Because the show is also dedicated to him, right?
Yeah, I mean, Sam was a councillor at Corby Borough Council. He was kind of in charge of the minutiae of town planning and stuff like that. You know, traffic lights and zebra crossings and stuff like that. And he was an administrator. Someone said about
viewers will, you know, remember the story, but maybe not the detail.
Yeah.
And for you as an actor as well, being presented with this, you must have found some of the details fascinating.
Yeah, I mean, it was, you know, I knew a little bit about Corby, you know what I mean, but not much. I mean, I learned it was a steel town. There'd been a steel plant there since the 1930s. By the time the mid-80s came, the steel industry was on the decline. The plant was closed. Corby Borough Council then undertook a absolutely huge reclamation and regeneration project with the site. Part of that project was to remove the years and years of industrial and toxic waste from the site. And it's how that was done was incredible, really. I mean, it was thrown in the back of open-top lorries and driven through the streets of Corby with this poisonous stuff sloshing about, spilling all over the streets.
Yeah.
And that led to a lot of consequences.
Of course. And you mentioned, obviously, moral compasses almost, you know, are really a part of this show, and Sam almost being this force for good. You said as well that Sam reminds you a lot of your own dad.
Yeah, he did, actually. He's in that same respect. I mean, my dad was like he was like a dog with a bone, you know what I mean? If there was any kind of injustice, you know what I mean, he would be like, you know, and particularly anything to do with children, you know what I mean? He was, you know, fantastic on that. So he did remind me of my dad a lot, yeah.
And this scandal, it rumbled on for years, didn't it? I mean, how important was it for you as a cast to do justice to the story?
Oh, vitally important, you know what I mean, for us to do justice for the women sites in the UK. And it's reckoned that at least 2,000 of those contain hazardous waste. Now, there's been about 300-400 of these places that have already been reclaimed and built over. And that's houses, shops, restaurants. 4 of them have got schools built on top of them. So you hope, and certainly the mothers hope, that the lessons have been learned from Corby and this kind of thing never ever happens again.
No, and drama can be very powerful, can't it, in highlighting that?
Yeah, 100%. It is an incredible story, and you can see Toxic Town on Netflix.